Welcome in, everybody. Welcome back. It's been a while since I've been on and streaming. Since a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, I suppose, almost exactly, because it was yesterday, a week ago. But welcome in. Happy 4th of July after the fact. We're going to do some quick packs for you, and then we're going to jump in actually to that new Harry Potter game. So if you want to see that, stick around. We'll probably be putting some videos of that on YouTube as well. But until then, it's South Park time. We're just going to jump. I haven't played like it all this season because I just got back from vacation in the last couple of days, so haven't had too much time to grind it out, but we're gonna get a pack on every account here, and then we're going to, like I said, jump over to that Harry Potter. So welcome in. Hope you guys are having a good day, weekend, week, whatever it might be when you see this. You're here on Twitch right now. Happy Friday. How's everybody's week going? Sea Urchin, Fresh, Paige, welcome. All right, we're gonna start with the typical superhero. What's the schedule this weekend? I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I have to mow the lawn tomorrow because the lawn got kind of long while I was gone, but we'll stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, or tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday for sure. Crash, it might be the second to last time we play Crash, but we'll see what other games we can get into. I think we're gonna play, I think actually tomorrow we're gonna start the horror game Amnesia Dark Descent. Or no, not Amnesia Dark Descent. Amnesia Bunker. But the first I always think it's Amnesia Dark Descent is like the main, but it's just Amnesia is the main thing. The first game was called Amnesia Dark Descent. That's why I always get confused. Alright, that was a pretty good setup for me. That could fuck her up, so you can't. Poison doesn't kill her because of the mint berry crunch, so that's good. Then we can, I don't care either one I hit, it's good play. Nice, hits him, which is better. The better play, because then Timmy can't hit him. Alright. Okay, Timmy's gonna take me out. Oh, diabetes boy. Alright, 1 bar up. Not a huge threat on me right now. I should just get my Mysterion out there though. Okay, waste of his plant if you ask me. You probably should have used that. Alright, wouldn't be a terrible time just to play him. Bait that. Yeah, okay, we're good. That's good there. Use this to kill him, just shield up. Oh, nobody. I thought Mint Berry Crunch was hitting her for some reason. Okay, let's just do this. Was the mosquito not hitting the Mint Berry Crunch? Oh, now it is. Oh, now it stopped. Damn, I should have robbed him earlier. Oh well. And clear. Oh, what a terrible play. What was that? What was that? What was that poison? Was it a mistake? He was trying to put it back in his hand. Oops. Oops. Oops, spam. Oops, spam. Oops, spam. Oops, spam. Oops. I think he left us, folks. Let's get that coon boosted. 216 on a tank. That's pretty fucking good, man. That's part of the reason why that combo's so good is you can boost him up pretty high. Makes him actually like a damage dealing tank. Killer. Good game, good game. We're gonna jump over to the adventure lock. Not gonna mess with the event tonight. We're probably gonna play a bunch tomorrow, so we'll worry about the event then. It has been a while since I've been streaming and I've missed you guys. I don't. Sometimes I feel like I want to stop and I hate you guys and I'm never coming back, but you never know. When am I getting air horn privileges? Maybe tomorrow we'll do like a stream where we work on the stream and do different stuff, you know, like we used to do. And then in that we can make that command for you, where you can air horn it up for us. I'll make yours quieter though, because I can't give you that type of control. Now in this case, you kind of want him to play something behind him, and then you play it, so that's pretty good. He removes me. It's not terrible. We can just see what he does. Gunslinger might beat him. Look at that. Those are big chunks. Kite does not have good health. Oh, get out of there. Come on, get one hit off. One hit off. One hit. Boom. Not bad. Not bad for a dying guy. Not bad for a dying guy. Yeah, we haven't done one of those streams in a while. It'd be fun. I have quite a few things actually I can make a YouTube thumbnail for too, so that works out. I'm scheduled out on YouTube until the 7th. Before I left, I scheduled out a bunch so I wouldn't have to worry about it on vacation. And we gained like 15 subs while I was gone, so it's awesome. Good effort there. We also have like 8 drafts ready for TikTok, bunch of stuff ready in cross clip. Trying to get through clips more. I might start doing... Fuck me for saying this. I might end up doing 2 or 3 per day. If I can really get some... Because if I start being scheduled out for like 3 weeks, like what the fuck's the point of that, right? I could take that 3 weeks, turn it to 1 week, and then burn through some of these clips more. Hey, thanks Arkansas for the sub.
Dummy.
But yeah, if we can stretch out... Right now, you know, it originally was like, let's stretch out the content to other things, but now I'm sitting on fucking 590 videos to clip. A lot of old videos that could get clipped, and I'm thinking to start to do like throwback videos where I have clips in my library from like 2021. Do you guys think I should start digging back into those and getting like a, I would say retro, but like an old school clip series or whatever you want to call it? Let me know in the comments and I'll get that set up. We can go deeper instead, because I try to do, when I'm doing the clips, I try to do the newest clip first when I'm working on it, right? So, because that kind of feels cool, you know, when you're like, oh, I just saw that on stream, that's awesome. But, and Alice clips, I probably do have some of that somewhere, honestly. But instead, I could go to the bottom and go for the older stuff first, so I could kind of flop back and forth more. And get some more, and maybe I could just tag it that it's like, you know, older video. Because I did do some, you know, I just released a video on YouTube, and you guys should check it out. I wonder if that is my last video. Check that out. Click that link and tell me if it brings you to.
Welcome to Potato.
Yep, that's it. So that video is, there's actually a giveaway going on that. Nobody's entered it yet, but all you have to do is comment your favorite. Matt, you want to get on that? Comment your favorite video, your favorite match. It's probably going to be the first one when I beat Roman, but comment your favorite match on that one. I'll try to link that in the description on this one when I post it, but we'll pull that for the winner for a $10 gift card. We're also doing a physical Pocahontas card on that one, so could be a little bit of extra benefit for you. But yeah, I can try to start digging back into the older stuff too. Might be fun. It's at least fun to watch. I have the old Super Mario RPG. I think I have the whole thing. I have all the replays for that. Now the content, the quality's kind of shit because it's quite old, but it might be interesting to put that out on YouTube before the new one comes out, so it's like, hey, this is the old one. The Satanic Temple had a hearing today in Arkansas to see if they can put Baphomet. Yeah, I'm in trouble here for sure. Baphomet up at the Capitol to fight the inequality of them putting up the 10 Commandments. That's funny. Well, they could put up the 10 tenets or whatever, the 9 tenets. How many tenets is it again? They could put those up and it's a pretty good... It's actually not a bad... Like, they sound They're like, yeah, I can get behind most of those. He shouldn't have used his ability. He would have killed Mint Berry Crunch. He failed. He failed. You shouldn't have killed... You shouldn't have used your ability, and you would have killed Mint Berry Crunch. Alright, let's see if I can get this off. Oh yeah, that's big. Get this off. Bada bing, bada boom bang. Good shit. Satan saves him. Alright, game's not over yet. Dragon Slayer again on this push is just probably the right play. Stay in the gray to slow it down as well. Probably Dragon Slayer right away. Can probably Mosquito right here. And the Mosquito will get onto the Mint Berry Crunch. It did. Nice job. Mint Berry Crunch out there. Mint Berry Crunch down. Alright, and he killed my Call Girl. Make him do less damage. Oh, he's in trouble. Heal him up. Oh, that actually helped me a little bit. Retargeted it to that. Well played, well played. Well played. Nice little emote battle there. The first time they put the 10 Commandments up, someone drove through them on day one. That's hilarious. Where are you saying they're putting them up? I think this country could use some more God and country music and beer and hunting. Shit. Ah, shit. Bop, bop, bop. It's a state capital which is supposed to not be partial to any religion. Oh, I see. Doesn't it say like under God and shit like that in there? Like in God we trust and shit like that? I guess it's could be any God. But it's like clearly God. Like the real God. Like if there's a God, that's the real one.
This fucking dummy!
Jimmy James! 36 months, 3 years. I can stop sending D pics now. You think that I've earned that loyalty? I appreciate it. Jimmy James, also my only sub over on Streamloots if you want to help me out and support the stream in the most efficient monetary... Happy 4th with those fireworks. The most efficient monetary way is to get Streamloots sub. It's the same price as Twitch, $5, but with the Streamloots sub, I get 80%. With the Twitch sub, I get 50%, excuse me. So just keep that in mind, but I appreciate the support either way. Also, Jimmy James gets some really cool emotes by being a Streamloots subscriber. We've got some specific stuff to him. He can do cool stuff like that. Is that a year on that, man? Appreciate you, buddy. Also, he can do cool emotes and stuff like, I'm gonna make love to you, woman. No, it's fucking, that's not it. That's when somebody raids me. That one is like, put them in my mouth and suck them. My chocolate salty balls. Put them in your mouth and suck them and suck them and suck them and suck them. He's got both parts if he wants to. But yeah, you can do X amount of those per month. That's how that works. I need to actually put that, think about that. I haven't put my Streamloots link into YouTube. Wait, why did he stop running? Why did he stop running? Did you see that? Oh, did his target go up in the air? Did that fuck him up? Oh, he's squanching in the parking lot. Oh, squanch. Oh, squanch. Oh, fuck. He did way more damage than I thought. I didn't have to use that at all. That was wasted energy. Oh, shit. He could come back here for sure. I'm scared. I'm scared. Uh-oh. Well, shit, we might have to make a comeback bar. We got enough damage here with the Som. I think we might. Whoa-pow! What was that? Fucking comic book? Whoa-pow! Whoa-powie! Whoa-blammy! You want to know, your cows work infinitely better if they got a gunslinger boost. Have you tried that yet, bro? Have you tried that yet? It's way better. Even their stampede is better, so it clears it. Look at that guy, dude. He just played Super Craig, and Super Craig got deleted because he was in the midst of all the stampedes. Super Craig died immediately. I didn't even play Stan the Great. Holy crap. Holy crap, that was crazy. When Super Craig used to be good, even old Super Craig would have gotten his shit rocked right there. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, that's 1 pack down. Quick Packs is 5 packs though, so stick around. We got plenty more to do. We also got some event packs to open up, but we won't waste your time opening packs. Not today. Not today. Ooh, we got some Scuzzles though. We pick up some Scuzzlebuts. Scuzzlebutt, fuck it. We're going deep. Look at that. We only a few Scuzzlebutts from 6, baby. Let's go. 1 request is all we need. Happy birthday to me. Matt, next time you're in free to play, give me some fucking Scuzzlebutts. All right. Let me write down quick. Beamless thing and I have to figure out where that comes from. Then I can't copy from any old videos. I have to do new ones. Annoying. That's good though. I should reset some of those too. All right, so this might be it for this one too. Have we won 2 on this one? I think Super Craig going back to what he was like would probably be fine right now. There's a lot of cards that when they came out, yeah, that is that. When they came out, they were just much better because the card pool was a little lower, the meta was a little different. Now that things have changed, cards like that could probably get reversed back to their old state. Like Kite, if you change Kite back to what he was, maybe it wouldn't be as big of a deal. Mosquito could maybe go. Oh no, Mosquito was pretty fucking strong, so not Mosquito. But Super Craig for sure. Rats could probably go back to being as good as they used to be. They were a lot faster. Who else have they nerfed? I mean, I wouldn't. You could put Stand of Many Moons back to global, maybe, like global full damage. You probably could do that. What else have they nerfed? Yeah, Kite. Yeah, Kite was one I said earlier. Yeah, because Kite could have his shield. I think his shield just would charge much quicker. Dr. Timmy surviving Bolt. Ooh, that's tough though. I don't like that. I don't like that exchange. But if you had level 7, maybe. Do they nerf Call Girl range? Yeah, but I think they made her DPS higher, so like she's technically a better unit. Because like if you think about it, your range shouldn't be getting hit anyway. Like it did help because it pulled her out of New Kid, or it pulled her into New Kid range. That's the biggest thing. So yeah, that made it like the amount of energy and value that you used to get, because Call Girl would survive a New Kid blast, barely survive, like literally sometimes with maybe 1 health, and then would go back to New Kid and take another bar unless you played a card. So her getting pulled into New Kid range was good, but I would say that giving her in the same process, they gave her faster attack speed or more attack, or one of the other, but either way it increased her DPS. Now towers kill her instantly before she can attack. Right. I have level 7. It's nice that he survives Ink in 4. Yeah, I don't see a lot of Ink in 4 around my parts though. Oh shit. Oh shit, our stream crashed, bros. Our stream crashed. White label error page? Well, that's great. Great ad. Great ad. Oh, come on, don't crash on me here. Oh, it's just really slow. Arkansas guy, thank you so much for the sub earlier. I don't know if you were around when I said that. Appreciate the support. The long-time support from you guys has meant a lot. The money part of the streaming has never really been important because obviously, I make pretty good money on my day job, but the validation of that whole aspect of it is nice. If you have your Twitch Prime, it's free, so if you're not doing it, then you're just being lazy. So don't be lazy. Don't be fucking lazy. Alright, so this is the deck we're going to run this time. It's a little bit different. It's a tower plus ninja plus other shenanigans. So it's mostly about having some fun with some ninja action. I believe it actually was a event deck quite a while ago, but we have the levels, so we like to have fun with it. Matt and Paige are hanging out watching the stream right now. 2 white socks. White socks. White socks. 2 socks, like in Dancing with the Wolves. Dances with Wolves, that's the name of the song. Or not the song. The movie, it's a movie. You guys have all seen Dances with Wolves. We watched Dances and Wolves in my history class in grade school or whatever. Free fucking win, let's go boys. We watched it in grade school because it either fictionally takes place or was filmed in and or both in my home state of South Dakota. So that's cool. We also had a badass 5th grade teacher who would always look for some sort of excuse to have us watch something that we probably shouldn't be watching when we were 5th graders. And so because of that, we were able to watch The Patriot during our American Revolution segment. And we also were able to watch the movie Gladiator during our Ancient Rome chapter, or whatever you want to call it. So that was a blast. And I had seen them both already because I had older brothers, and that just happens that way. But most of the other kids hadn't seen anything like it. And it was glorious. It was glorious. It was the same in sex ed. Like me and my friend who knew all about this type of shit because we had older brothers and he had an older sister and they were fucking, he figured out about that shit real early with his fucking sister's friend staying over, you know what I'm saying? And they were showing like the grossest, most diseased vaginas and penises and shit like that. And everyone was like fucking writing notes in the notebook like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And me and my friend were in the back like, because we're just like, that's not how it's fucking supposed to look. Because we were fucking downloading porn fucking line by line back on the fucking broadband days. Or the that was fucking dial-up, I guess. We didn't even technically have the internet. You could just plug in a computer and like, it was like making a phone call. So as long as you kept the phone call, as long as you kept the porno to 3 to 5 minutes, it didn't trigger any bells in the parents and the phone bill. But once you got to like a 30, 40 minute phone session, they're like, who the fuck are you talking to 45 minutes? They need to nerf vagina. It's too strong. The pull. They need to work on the gravity of that one. Alright, we're gonna go over to Moody. Moody Buckets, what are you playing today, Moody? What's a good deck for Moody? Ooh, I like this. That one looks interesting. That should be leveled. Black Fred Savage, by the way, welcome back. Good to have you here. We're gonna check out that new Harry Potter game. I've been playing it a little bit. I am on year 2 of the story, and I am already platinum ranked. So I've been kicking ass. And I haven't even spent a whole lot of money or anything, so suck it. So suck my big fat toe. I've gotten incredibly lucky on these keys that are like 2% legend chance. I've gotten a couple pulls. And there's a event where you can, after you beat somebody, you can copy one of their cards. And I actually got a couple legendary cards from copying from somebody who had like quite a few legend cards in their deck, so the odds were pretty high. That was awesome. That's a really cool event. But also my cards are at level 13 and they go up to level like 18. So it's, you know, they better be giving them out. They better be fucking giving them out. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see if we can just keep these motherfuckers just fucking dusted. Boop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got this shit. Oh, we got him turned around, baby. Oh, it used it before the mosquito came out. What a dummy. We're gonna use that war boy to speed up that Professor Chaos. We played Halo at the end of one of my college courses. And in another class we watched Superbad. Nice. Well, I had a I had high school was so fucking colossal. Like, it was so fucking easy for me. I coasted so fucking hard in high school, dude. And there was probably 3 or 4 kids in my class that probably wouldn't have graduated if I wouldn't have basically done their homework for them. And I had no problem with that because we were homies, but there was a couple people in my class who, like, I wasn't really homies with, and they just, like, had this expectation of, like, being able to copy my shit. And it's like, some of my friends, I helped them because I knew they could do it. Like, I knew they were smart enough to do it, but they were just lazy pieces of shit that didn't care. But, like, I cared enough about them that's like, dude, you gotta fucking graduate high school. So I helped them out. But, and they would perform on tests and shit to keep their average up, so they'd be fine. But then there's other kids who are just like really fucking dumb. Just like absolute dumbasses. And it's like, it's a service to the world if you get held back a fucking year. But he expected me to let him copy off my shit. And most of the time I just let him because it wasn't fucking a big deal. But then one time I let him copy off my shit. And it wasn't like multiple choice bullshit. It was like, you know, science or some shit. So you had to write, you know, some words or something like this. And this fucking guy doesn't change a single thing about our answers. Like, and when most of the people, like, you don't copy it perfectly. You like, okay, this paper is 100%. I'm not a fucking 100% student if I'm copying off this motherfucker. I'm gonna change a few, and I'm gonna get a few wrong. But this guy copied it word for fucking word. The teacher came into the fucking, pulled us into a class and be like, what happened here? And I'm like, I saw it, I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, you don't talk like that why would you fucking be writing like that? You don't even know half those fucking words. I was so mad at him. I can't even remember what happened. But I was like, dude, you could get fucking expelled for something like this. And you're fucking with me? So yeah, I stopped letting him cheat. Or actually, I let him cheat a couple times, but I gave him a paper that was fucking 40%. And he didn't know better to change it. And he turned it in, and I never really heard about it. Never really heard about it. But we went deep, dude. I cheated for the whole class one test. We had this one teacher who was just a idiot. Just a fucking dummy. And I feel bad for saying that because he was a good basketball coach and his son was one of my friends, but he was just a bad teacher. Just a bad teacher. Like he had to teach something to coach kind of thing, right? And he just wasn't good. It was just like, read these notes. The class was just like, read these notes that were basically just pared down textbook, and then some of them were blank, and during class we filled them in with the answer, and he went around, everybody tried to guess, but it's fucking stupid. It was terrible. And the tests were literally just multiple choice from those things. So I would just sit there. The whole thing was multiple choice. We'd sit in a position where all my friends could see me, and see my left hand, and the teacher couldn't. Sometimes we had to go right hand depending on the situation of the room. But either way, come on, kill that fucking call, girl. Either way, I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I would just start from the top. I would finish it, because I would finish these fucking tests in 5 fucking minutes, and I'd have 45. That was most of the reason why I got in trouble as a kid, because I would be so fucking bored. I'd be like done with my papers and my homework in like a fifth of the time as everybody else, and I'm sitting there, and then I had friends who didn't even do it, so of course they were done, so me and them were fucking off, and it's just like I'm just bored out of my fucking mind over here. Anyway, beside the point. So I would just go 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down the line, and pretty soon the whole fucking school, the whole class knew I was doing that, and he fucking knew something was going on, because people who were dumbasses were starting to get good things, and so he knew that it was me. So this fucking guy takes my desk in the middle of a test and pulls it to the front of the classroom, which gives everybody a perfect fucking view of my hands. So the whole fucking class gets a perfect fucking paper that test. It was the funniest fucking thing. And we had a setup where like if somebody gets lost, they would cough, and then I would just like wave my hands and be like, all right, we're resetting and we start over. There's only like 30 questions, so it wasn't even that hard. It was just the funniest shit ever. And he had no idea. It was so funny. Okay, I'm fucking unlocking core memories over here. What else? But yeah, we had so then we had one class which was just weightlifting at the end of the day, which like obviously that was kind of relaxed. Then my senior year, I had one free period just for being a senior, like everybody gets a free period. Then I had 2 free periods extra because I took a college class before school even started at like 7 a.m. And then I took an online class, so they just give you a free period where it's like the intention is you work on that. But from a junior to senior, well, actually maybe just as a senior, your whole year in my school, you could have open lunch where like for lunch you could go to the gas station or the cafe or whatever you wanted to do. But as a senior, you had open campus where if you didn't have class, like if you had a study hall or something like that, you didn't have to be there. And if you had a study hall in the morning, you didn't have to be there until it was over. And then if you had a study hall at the end of the day, you could just fucking leave. So my senior year, I stacked my 3 classes, my 3 periods at the end of the day. So at the end of lunch, so when lunch was over, I could just go fucking home. So that was awesome. But anyway, so that class, the class we were talking about, so we had a publishing class, which basically was just, it was like a desktop publishing class kind of thing. And it was basically just the yearbook class. Like everybody in that class made the yearbook. And I was like technically editor or whatever, like co-editor with this other girl. And, but that class was so lax because we would just be like working on our laptops, and it's not really like super thought intensive to, like be lining up pictures and doing stuff like that. And so we would have a movie running on the projector on every day we'd have a movie run. We were watching 2 movies a week, and everybody would just bring in DVDs. And the teacher was the youngest teacher in our whole. Sorry, I'm doing something on the other account right now. You can't see it. He was the youngest teacher in the whole school, so he was pretty chill. He was the son of the football coach. No, the son-in-law of the football coach / science teacher. Not the other guy I was talking about earlier, but he didn't like me either. But because I didn't play football, I just played basketball, and he wanted me to play football. But the last football game I played was for the state championship Pee Wee football in the dome where the same high schoolers play. So it's like I fucking hit my peak, and also I was having knee problems. I didn't want to. Like I said, I'm pulling up other accounts here. I didn't want to worry about fucking my knees up because I was having knee problems. I was like, I'm not fucking my knees up playing football, which I didn't really like all that much. And then like not be able to play basketball because I like really enjoyed playing basketball. And our basketball team was much better than our football team. My junior year was the first year our team ever made it to the state tournament. And then my senior year we made it. I think we got 3rd. And then when I left, they combined with another school because they got too small. It's like small town life. And they got upgraded to like a different rank. So it's like they're, A versus B versus AA, whatever. And because of that, they started playing like way better teams, but they still got to the state tournament and were still kicking ass because it was the same coach. Our coach was just a good coach, and they had a couple families that had like fucking 5 kids that just like kept pumping out state tournaments. I don't think they ever won anything, but I did think they got 2nd one year. But yeah, so that class was just movies and fucking around on our computers. And then there was another class there was a psychology class that we took with this teacher who, she wasn't a bad teacher. But it was just like there wasn't like the content was just kind of like fat. Like we could go through it fast. It was technically like a higher level course, and so it was just like me and these 3 other girls. There was literally 4 people in the class, so we would like burn through the content, and then we'd have like 30-40 minutes every day to chill. And we did legit. We were like, all right, let's do a sleep study. So we fucking just like took a fucking nap and like observed each other, which was actually really funny because one of the times we were supposed to be like observing somebody else, the girl had one of those, you know how like sometimes you're falling asleep and like your body jerks? She had one of those, but it was the most insane, it was the most pronounced like insane jerk I've ever fucking seen. Like, it was the funniest shit ever. Like, her whole legs went up in the air, like, and it like jolted her so much that she woke up and she was like, she was even like, what the hell was that? Oh man, fuck it. Like I said, you don't remember shit until like you start thinking about specific things, then you remember it. What class am I going to? It was small town South Dakota, man. There's 30 people in my class. No, not even 30. There was like 22, something like that. 23 maybe. Only 9 guys in my class. There were yeah, like 12 or 13 girls. So yeah, 21 to 23. It depends on what year you're talking, because like people came and went, you know. People came and went. I came 4th grade. That's what she said. I came in 4th grade to that school that I graduated at. And I have a lot of memories from that year because it was like getting new friends and trying to figure out who was the coolest, who was the smartest. And I'll never forget, dude. It was like first day I come in, and I was definitely, it was me and this other kid named Derek at my other school that were the smartest. And I never, at that age, at 4th and 5th grade, you know, you don't really know exactly who's the smartest. There's really no way to confirm it because like you're not taking ACTs and PSATs and shit like that. So it was just like those guys got done first. They got better grades on their papers, shit like that. You know, they did good on the multiplication tables and that jazz. And I came to the next school, and I'm like, all right, I got to figure out who's fucking good. Like, who's the smartest? So it's like spelling class, and it's like we get a booklet. We get like 3 pages. I'm like, all right, who's fucking finishing first? So I do mine. I'm looking, and it's this girl gets up, and she goes, and it turns out she's not the smartest. She just fucking loves to read. She reads breakfast, lunch, and dinner, literally at the breakfast, lunch, and dinner table. Nice girl though, but it turns out it was this other girl who is one of the popular girls actually. And I tried to figure out who the popular guys were, you know, who the most popular guy was. You know, you got to know which one you got to really impress. And then we played football at recess, and they beat the shit out of me, and I was like, all right. And I took it like a G, and then I got my older brother's friends to beat them all up. And we're now lifelong friends. The bonds that brothers build. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. No, that's not how it happened. We played football. 2 of us like got tripped up. We got fucked up because we were playing in gravel basically. 2 of us got tripped up on each other running a route. Playing like Nerf football, man. It was fucking epic. And we got fucking skinned alive, dude. Like our knees, and I think I still have a scar on this one knee because of it. And we were bleeding and shit. And we took it like G's, so, or I took it like a G. So they're like, all right, this guy's cool. And also, I'm a fucking badass, dude. I'm the fucking coolest. So of course they're gonna, I'm the smartest motherfucker in the whole class, so they're like, hey, even if he does suck, let's be nice to him because we can cheat off of him. So I had that going for me from the get-go. Like my whole life I had that going for me. And then you add on top of it extreme athletic prowess and just the fact that like 90% of people that meet me want to be me, so it just works. People just love me. I'm just fucking around. Or am I? Or am I, folks? Or am I? This mind controlling has been pissing me off, though. I hate mind control more than any other mechanic. This kid named Ivan used to threaten to send me to hell by eating my heart. Dude, no joke. I watched Little Nicky way like what year did Little Nicky come out? I fucking watched it that day. Alexa, what year did Little Nicky come out? 2000. I'm 9 years old. 2000, I'm 9 years old watching Little Nicky with my bro because fucking Happy Gilmore and shit was my favorite shit ever. Waterboy, Big Daddy, that was the best shit ever growing up because that was on TV, right? That's what was showing on TV all the time. And so we were watching Little Nicky on fucking VHS. We got it from the library or something. And at one point, the dog is like trying to be scary and he says something. He's like, I will eat your heart. And I thought it was the funniest shit in the world to have like some innocuous thing like that say something like that, like a little kid saying like, I will eat your heart, but it was a dog. And so I started saying that, and bro, it was some of the funniest shit I've done in my life to this day. Like just saying it to some fucking dude at the fucking supermarket who knows my dad. He's like, what the fuck is wrong with that kid? Dude, it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. And I would like turn around in school and be like, the new kids here, like say it to the new kid. Fucking hilarious, dude. So much fun. So much. I'm 9 years old doing this. What's 9 years old? What do you do? Kindergarten? That's like 3rd grade potentially. Fucking funny as hell. We had some weird kids though. We had a couple, dude, we had a couple kids that couldn't read. And like you remember the game Popcorn? Remember Popcorn? Do you guys remember Popcorn? Let me know in chat if you know what Popcorn is. When you're reading around in the group, if you know what Popcorn is. On YouTube, comment if you know what Popcorn is. Popcorn is a game where it's not really a game, it's just like a way to read. So like back in the day, you're reading through a textbook, but the teacher doesn't just want to read from the textbook himself. And it's good practice to read out loud, right? You're learning how to read, so it's good. And you would read a paragraph or 2 paragraphs. It was a short paragraph. And then when the person is done, some teachers would just go, okay, go in a line, down, back, and snake around. It's fine. Everybody gets their turn. But then it became popcorn, which after you were done reading, you get to say popcorn, and then you get to pick somebody else who has or hasn't read yet. There wasn't really any rules. And this shit got cutthroat because you would pick... Sometimes you would pick your favorite person because you're like, oh, like I want them to know that I think they're cool, so like I'm gonna popcorn to this term. You popcorn to the coolest person. You popcorn to the smartest kid because they want to read or something like that. You just popcorn to random people. Whatever. It could be crazy. Or in our class, because we were all a bunch of fucking demons, we would popcorn over and over and over and over and over again to the 2 kids who could not fucking read well. I'm talking stuttering, mispronouncing. I'm talking the kids who went to speech therapy. I'm talking the kids who went to like the special ed kids who weren't special, but they just kind of weird. I'm talking the kids who it took them 13 minutes to get through a paragraph that would take me a minute to read. It was horrible. It drove me fucking nuts. It drove me nuts to watch these kids struggle doing something I had been doing since I was like 3. But these fucking kids, I never really partook because it pissed me off more that they couldn't read than the humor of doing it. But these fucking kids would popcorn to these 2 kids over and over and over again. And either the teachers were dumb, or the teachers felt it was good practice, or the teachers weren't paying any fucking attention, but it was the funniest shit ever. You couldn't popcorn to the same person twice or some shit like that, but you'd go 2 people deep and then you'd popcorn back to them. And oh my god, dude. It took us so long to get through a page. It was terrible. It was terrible. And for Snowball and shit like that, we always nominated the weird kids. Homecoming, I think people took more serious, but when it was like, who's Snowball King and Queen, it was like the fucking weird kid and her weird vampire dressed boyfriend who was courting her. It was the funniest shit, dude. Funniest shit. Horrible. Potentially scarred some kids for life. But like, I didn't hit anybody. I did some mean shit to some people, I'll be honest. And I feel bad about it. But like, part of me wants to say I don't feel bad about it because not only were they fat, but they were also bitches. You know what I mean? You know, I wasn't making fun of the fat funny kid for being fat, unless it was my friend. But then he came to me one time and he's like, dude, I don't really like you making fun of me because I'm fat. Like, I'm trying to keep it off. I take steroids for my asthma, and it really makes it hard. And I'm like, all right, buddy, I won't fucking do that anymore. Thanks for being a man. And anyway, me and him are still good friends. He's not fat anymore. So, like, I'm not going to say fat shaming doesn't work. Because, like, in every situation that I've applied it, that person is now in shape. Including my brother. little bit of social opprobrium, you know? So long as it's appropriate opprobrium is always good for the soul. We were the last year to have joke prom queen after our graduation class. You had to be president of a club to be nominated. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we had nominations, and the nominations, we nominated them too, so didn't really get around that. And you know, like, if you're that kid, do you think, like, what do you think if you're that kid? Do you think it's like, oh, these people actually kind of like me? Maybe it's good for them? I don't know. Either way, it was probably kind of a shitty thing to do. But I only remember it happening twice, so that's good. We used to do some fucking dumb shit, dude. Like, we had legitimate, like, hierarchies back in, like, middle school and, like, grade school, because we would go to, like, we'd be in recess and it'd be cold as fuck out there and it'd be windy as shit, and we would jam ourselves into the fucking tunnel slide, and the coolest people got to be in the middle. The fat kid was the fat kid was on the outside plugging the hole so nobody went through. He was just sitting out there taking the elements, dude. Fucking in the wind, in the rain, taking the hits, plugging up the hole for everything. Fucking hilarious, dude. He was a fucking G. And we would have like 6-7 people in the slide, chilling in there, talking, fucking around, telling jokes, quoting movies, and we'd be protected from the elements, and it was awesome. And we would go into the corner, and we'd have, like, the coolest kid would be in the corner. Like, his ring of homies would be on the outside. That was usually where I would be. Then other people would be outside, and everybody would be just packed in away from the snow. It was so fucking cold, guys. Away from the snow, and we'd all be just, like, fucking together and, like, huddled together for warmth, basically, and just, like, fucking talking shit. It was good times. And now that I think about it, it kind of makes me feel bad. But the fat kid that plugged up the slide actually is dead now. Not from diabetes, but from getting shot to death delivering pizzas. So that sucked. That really sucked. He was a good kid. Glens needs to have a weekly just chatting stream. Yeah, I've thought about that, but it's like there's so many games to play too that if I do this for too long, I just don't play the fucking games. He died in that slide. Spoiler alert, we left him there. He died in that slide. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we didn't do senior pranks or anything like that. We did senior parties. There'd always be a big party around graduation, and like the whole ploy of it was like trying to make sure the cops didn't fucking find out about it and bust it. And so we would be like abandoned houses in the middle of fields. We'd be like bonfires and tree lines by people's houses and shit. We would find all these different, and luckily my senior year we had a pretty sick setup where it was like this abandoned house and shit like that. But always fun because there's like this one cop, right? So you just gotta evade one cop. So like part of it's like running decoy ops where you're like maybe speeding on the edge of, you got a couple freshmen on the edge of town just speeding around, you know, trying to keep his attention over there. Good times. When we used to hang out at this parking lot. I didn't really drink in high school, but we used to hang out in this parking lot, and some people would be drinking and they'd just be throwing the beers underneath the cars. So then like when we leave, there'd just be beer cans everywhere. It's terrible. And but one time I remember we went there. We had a friend who was drinking. He had like a 30 rack in the back of his truck. Cop came over. Everybody was like hiding their shit. But you know, if you look in the truck, you're gonna see the 30 rack. And he looks in the truck, and he sits staring at the truck, and he's like, ugh. He like sighs heavily, and he's like, I sure don't want to give out any tickets tonight. He might have said minors, I can't remember. He's like, I sure don't want to give out any tickets tonight. And he just sat there and he like, you know, like how people rock on their heels when they're like waiting for something. And like, he's like, yeah. And he's like, everybody was like looking back and forth at each other and everybody just fucking bolted. Everybody just left and ran to people's houses. And then we came back later for the cars. Small town cops, dude, they don't want to do fucking paperwork. Especially when half the kids are like their fucking buddies' kids, you know what I mean? You don't want to explain to your buddy at poker, be like, you fucking arrested my kid for drinking beers in town. Like, he has to drive a block home. Like, come on. He could walk home. Anyway. Good old times. And luckily, I don't think I had any friends who died in like drunk driving car accidents. Had a couple friends in nearby towns who got in drunk driving accidents, but didn't die. But one of them broke his leg. One of them is paralyzed from the waist down, but he survived. And then we did have a couple girls in my school, fucking down, Debbie Downer today, but we had a couple of girls in my school that I think in 6th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade probably, they died on the way to school. Fucking like a gravel road with corn on all four sides, you know? Can't really see all that far. They maybe should have yielded. The other guy should have yielded. I don't know the situation, but they didn't see each other. A pickup smacked into them. And it was two sisters. So that was quite sad. Quite sad. And then a girl the year younger than me died in a car accident after I graduated. The guy there's a guy the year younger than me that died. I think he must have been working for a grain elevator and he fell in and died. That was fucking brutal. He was really cool. He was like, I don't know what was wrong with him and his brothers. They're like, he was smart. Like, he was a smart dude, probably potentially the smartest in his class, but he was like physically disabled in some way. I never asked anybody because it was so rude, because they were like such good friends with everybody, you know, or he was such good friends with everybody. So I never ever actually asked anybody, but yeah, he passed. So I still see people on Facebook every year around either his birthday or the day he died, or I don't know which people do, but they go to his grave and they drink a Keystone Light with him. They put it on the grave. He's got like fucking pyramids of Keystones out there. But yeah, it's sad stuff, man, but people fucking die. That's how I've always felt. Luckily it hasn't happened to anybody like super close to me. I haven't had a tragic death with anybody that I've been like really close with, but other than like grandparents, but like grandparents die. That's not tragic. I mean, it's tragic, but like there's a difference between 90-year-old grandma dying in her sleep and 20-year-old kid that I went to college with dying because some dipshit was driving the opposite direction down the road or something like that. You know what I mean? That's different tragedy. But at the end of the day, like, I didn't talk to my grandparents every day, you know? So their passing didn't really affect me like on a day-to-day basis, you know? If they lived down the street and I saw them every fucking Tuesday, maybe. But something you just expect, grandparents die, you know? Parents dying, though, now that's what I want to think about. That's going to be rough. That's going to be real rough. I had a moment in COVID where my mom actually had like a mini stroke or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but they said it was a mini stroke. And it was like right at the time of COVID when like I was working from home and they didn't really know what was going on. You know, like weren't really sure how terrible it was or whatnot. So they were being extra cautious and stuff, especially in hospitals. So I couldn't even go see her. I'm sure my dad was able to go see her, but I couldn't go see her. So luckily it wasn't anything bad, but if something had gone bad or, if the stroke had been more serious, there was moments in my head where I was thinking like, my mom's going to die in this hospital. I'm not even gonna be able to go see her. Like, I'm not going to be able to, I'm sure I could call her or whatever, but like it was like, that fucked me up for I think it was like one night. It was one night that fucked me up pretty hard, but she was good the next day. Dad died in April. Shit, man. Sorry to hear that. But you're old. You're an old man. You're fine. You got kids of your own. Fuck them. That's how I feel. It's a tragedy when your parents die before they see their grandkids. I think that's a true tragedy. So right now I'm hoping that my brothers get to work. But my parents are only 60, so it's not so bad. But I'm sure a couple years from now we'll start busting out little glanzers, right? Have little shit screaming in the back and be like, shut up, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. My oldest brother died 3 years ago. Yesterday, he was 39. Fuck, man. Yeah, my brothers. I've thought about that. In the same way, I don't really talk to my brothers like every single day, and we don't hang out all that much because one of them's been traveling around much. But like, that would fuck me up. Yeah, that'd be pretty hard. I'd think about them a lot. Especially depends on like how it happens. Because I have one friend who this turned into like fucking therapy hour over here on Twitch and YouTube. I didn't know him all that well. He was roommates with my drug dealer back in college, so I hung out with him, when I picked up, and then he ended up working at the same place, this tech place I worked at, but I didn't really work with him, and I never really saw him. Our setup was, our schedules were pretty much opposite, so I never really saw him. But I knew he had a kid, I knew he had divorce, I knew he had just this insane amount of alimony payments or child support or whatever you call it. And I didn't hear much about it. I knew that he kind of disappeared. And what the friend who was the drug dealer at the time, he was like looking for him and shit. Posting on Facebook and stuff. And he I don't know what exactly happened, if he went on a bender or he was selling drugs or whatever, but he ended up with a couple Native American dudes selling meth. I think it was meth. I assume it was meth based on the numbers that were getting thrown around. And or he was buying meth, and it was a drug rip, which is like when either side is trying to rob the other side. So it could be the guy that says they're selling the drugs doesn't actually have the drugs, and they're going to rob the person for the money, or the person who has the money or who says they have the money doesn't have the money, and they're going to rob the person of the drugs. Either way, that's what they think. I don't think I never kept looking into it to know exactly, but it was like a drug rip, and he gets fucking stabbed in the chest and dies. And that was kind of sad, because it's like I kept fucking playing it through my head, like how that's probably like a mental issue on my own, but I kept like playing it through my head, like how it might have happened. Like, was he sitting in the car and he got stabbed? Was he getting chased? Was it like a slow thing? Did he get stabbed and the guy's like, oh shit, what'd I do, and run away? Or did he get stabbed and the guy's like, yeah, motherfucker, you die? Like this, like I want to know what happened, because it like brings closure to it, and it's like I can like think about it, because like when I was in my fucking girlfriend cheated on me, I kind of wanted to hear about it a little bit. Like, not exactly, but like kind of like a little bit. Like, I want to know what happened. Like, oh, you just fucking blew him? Okay. It's a little bit different than fucking him. Like, you're still a piece of shit, bye forever, but like, my head's a little bit straight, because like my head's thinking fucking flying 69s in the middle of your fucking family's basement. You know what I'm saying? So like, it keeps my brain, because my brain's always going to go this way. So knowing that it's actually here, because most of the time it's going to be here or here or here or here, knowing that it's never going to actually be where my brain is, I'd rather know, so that I can be like, okay, all right. Like, what? You fucking anal and his mom was fucking there watching? What? No, that was crazy. Bad choices, and yes, you're still fired. Well, shit, man. Sorry to hear that. I'd say I'm here for you, but fuck, I don't know what I could possibly do. You say that, oh yeah, talk to me, call me anytime, but that shit doesn't exist. But I hope you get through it. Obviously, the worst thing that could possibly happen is more people making bad choices stacked on the other. That always fucks me up, thinking like if one of my brothers fucking killed themselves, that would probably be the worst thing ever to me. Cause like right now I could never see that from either of my brothers, so that would be like so fucking jarring to me, and I don't even like, it's not even like a thought in my head that might happen, but like a absolute what if, like worst case scenario, that would be up there for sure. That would be way up there. Or like, God, I had a friend who OD'd, and I knew he was trying to get off it. He had been to jail for it, he had been clean for a while, And then, you know, I hear he's dead in a hotel room, and you know what fucking happened. You know he went back to it, and you know he tried to do as much as he used to do, and it just lights out. That fucking sucks. And that guy was talented, dude. He was a good athlete. Dude could play piano by ear. He was playing like the Zelda theme song and shit. He was solid. There's still some of those videos out there on YouTube, so I still watch those sometimes. But fuck, that makes me sad when I think about that, you know? And then, like, when my grandparents died, I only really cried when I saw their body in the casket. So I don't really like funerals anymore. I didn't go to my great aunt's funeral because I just didn't... Which, she got cremated, so I wouldn't have seen a body anyway, but, like... I hadn't really seen her in a while, didn't really know her all that well. Only really hung out with her and stuff when we were kids. And I felt that seeing the other people who were in grief would impact me more than just going through the grief myself, because I didn't have all that much, right? Because I hung out with her when we went to play football in the town she lived in, and we would hang out with her and stuff like that. And she was quite old, so a lot of times she was, you know, in and out of hospitals and stuff. But honestly, I thought she died years ago. But like, I didn't want to see her grandkids who were more my age. You know, I didn't want to see them sad. I didn't want to see her parents who were my parents' age. I just didn't want to do that. Got plenty of crazy stories. 10 years ago, my upstairs neighbor, who I spoke to daily, hung herself while you were having a party downstairs. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You ever think she hung herself because your party was too loud? That's fucked up, dude. Shit. That would eat me alive. Dude, stuff like that would eat me alive, but I'm fucked up here. But I'm good at dealing with it. I have a lot of fun with my head because I know I'm fucked up, you know? I don't pretend like I'm a normal human being. So there'll be times where I'm just like laughing at what I'm thinking about. It's like, I'm a fucking lunatic. I'm a fucking psycho. What did I just think about? And I'm not talking about intrusive thoughts or the fucking things people... No. That's not what we're talking about. But yeah. Rough. You invited her. Oh, she was pregnant? Fuck. Imagine that's how you're born. Imagine this is on Quick Packs, guys. This is getting deep. Imagine that's how you're fucking born, though. That's like a super villain origin story. Your mom kills herself. Kuma, you're walking into a crazy one here. Your mom kills herself while she's pregnant with you, but you were far enough along where in the throes of death, she has you. She goes into labor and has you. And you're born, and your first existence, holy shit, is on the fucking stool that your mom kicked out from under her. You're in it. You're like fucking tangled in it. And that's how the police find you. And you're breathing because you're still connected to her umbilical cord, but you're slowly probably getting poisoned by her. I don't know how that works. How does that work? If you give birth to a baby and the umbilical cord stays connected, but she dies and you don't remove the umbilical cord, somebody Google that for me right now. But anyway, so your mom, is that how the Joker was born? Holy fuck. Parallel thinking here. But anyway, she gives birth to you, and then years later you find her diary and you read that she kills herself because she didn't want to have you and she couldn't have an abortion because it was outlawed or something like that. Some dumb shit. They'll make it political because comic books always do. Black Panther. But anyway, that's how the villain of our story is born, and because of that he becomes real fucked up. And I think we need to start writing this as a group right now. So we're gonna do this every Friday from 11 p.m. to 12 p.m. We're gonna do a just chatting stream where we write this fucked up book together. It would poison you with CO2 because the blood fills with CO2 when you die. The umbilical cord isn't just like siphoning blood between the mother and the kid, you fucking lunatic. You think it's just like blood, and it's just like, oh, here's my blood, here's your blood. It's into their stomach, you dumbass. Holy shit, you can't possibly be stupider. I'm just kidding. See, if Akuma goes home and kills himself, I'm gonna feel bad. No, I probably wouldn't ever find out, honestly. I probably would never find out. That's sad to think. How many oh, that's a fucked up thought I've thought about. Because I know of like a dozen people that I knew in like college or high school that have died in, you know, bad circumstances like car wash or cancer or whatever. Car wash. I died in the car wash. Car accident. Died in the car wash. Holy shit. My girlfriend almost died in the car wash. Her tire popped. Her tire popped in the fucking car wash. She's like, I'm fucking stuck in here, babe. I don't know what to do. And I was like, is it completely flat? Just drive out of there. Anyway, that's a story for another time. But anyway. Wait, fuck me. What was I saying? I think it's a good time to end the quick packs. We're getting wild. We're getting wild on a Friday night. I'm not even drunk. What's happening here? When I'm drunk, dude, I get fucking crazy. Fucking talking all sorts of shit. There's more water in there than I thought. Anyway. I have to go the full hour. What are you talking about? Full hour? Hour what? We're keeping going. We're still playing Harry Potter next, boys. 11 to 12. We're not even in just chatting right now. What are you talking about? Hold on, I gotta check. I'm going crazy right now. What was I just fucking talking about? I was like mid-drift story flowing. We were fucking getting exponential in this bitch. And then I just fucking dead forgot. Hold on, let me fix it. It's a fucked up thought I've thought about. Because I know... Oh, that's it! Okay. Like, so there's a bunch of people that I know that have died. Right? But didn't know them too well. Just like acquaintances over the years. Or are going to die because they have cancer or something like that. You know, whatever it might be. Tragic, terrible. It doesn't really impact my life because I don't really interact with them at all. I did have a friend recently who died of cancer. That impacted me because he was one of my best friends in college. I didn't really interact with him much. But like I could see him or talk to him and it would just be like 2 years of like haven't even passed, right? Like it was just that kind of relationship. And like he's gay and I pretended to be his boyfriend at parties in college so that other gay people wouldn't hit on him. Like that's the type of fucking deep ass relationship we had. I loved him though because he would call other gay people the F word because they were being too flamboyant. Oh, I loved it. Anyway, I didn't see any packs quick or not. Well, it's been an hour and we finished the packs very quick, actually. Surprisingly, we were talking shit and never died. Which is pretty great. Did we lose a single match? Holy fuck, did we lose a single match? Roll it back. Did we lose a single match? I think maybe one singular match, but I'm thinking the one I thought I was going to lose, I ended up winning. Anyway, so the question is, and something I've thought of, how many people have you met or interacted with that maybe you completely forgot about? You know, maybe somebody who lived next to you in your college dorm, maybe somebody who you had a class with, maybe somebody who you went to high school with, maybe somebody you interacted with because they worked at the local coffee shop, whatever it might be. Someone you've met with before, and how many of those motherfuckers are dead? How many of those old ladies that you saw at church and used to shake their hand and say peace be with you and also with you, blah, 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 blah. How many of those fucking people are dead? And how fucked up does that make you? And that might gauge how much of a sociopath you are. If you're like, oh fuck, and you're like disabled by it and you're like, oh god, there's so much death. You're probably there's probably something wrong with you there too. If you're like fuck them all, then you're probably a sociopath. 100 or more? Ooh, that's probably on the low side, bro. You're up there in age, aren't you? I'm 20, I'm 30. Fuck, how old am I? I'm low 30s for sure. And god, I know of 12 people who have died. So we're talking triple that probably for sure. And you've probably known a lot, Quad, knowing you've known a lot of people who are drug addicts. So like, they're dropping like flies. So yeah, you're probably right. How many viewers who just stopped coming on your channel are dead? Bro, I think about that all the time. Pegs died. She fell off a cliff, died on impact. But I've thought about that all the time. if there's somebody who used to come, that's what she said. There's somebody that used to come that doesn't come anymore just because their wife got fat. Who doesn't come anymore because they died. Not because they stopped playing South Park. Not because they finally realized that what a big sack of shit I am. Not because they don't have internet. Whatever it might be. Someone literally kicked the bucket. Died. How many people have I played in South Park more than a dozen times whose name I recognize died? That's... Dude, we got like the Kevin Bacon 7 degrees of fucking death over here. How many... I bet you we could find a person that I know that's died, and then a person that one of you motherfuckers has died, or know that's died, and those two people knew each other. I bet you we could find at least one. You die every day, I wake up and relive this pitiful existence we call life. Shut up! Put your bong down. Shut up! I die. We die every day. We die every time we shut our eyes, bro. When you dream, you're dreaming of the real world, bro. We're dead. We're in the fucking Matrix, bro. Yeah, you're right. I should do just chatting. I'm a fucking G at this. Anyway, we're gonna quit Quick Packs. We're gonna keep going with some Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Boner. No, it's Harry Potter Magic Awakened. It's a new mobile game. It's very similar to SPPD. You might like it. Stick around. We're gonna have some fun. And then we're gonna jump into some Atomic Heart, beat up some robots. Then we're gonna call it a night. Call it a night. Peace out. Why am I telling YouTube this? Bye. Don't forget to subscribe.